Tasia got that fire. I'm jumping through the obstacles, I made it through the wire. Tasia got that fire. Tasia got that fire. Someone call the ambulance on the wire. Tasia got that fire. Tasia got that fire.
So, welcome. My name is Dejanay, and welcome to Just to Clarify. So, this is a blog about Black news and Black media in general and technology. These are my two favorite topics to talk about because there's so much to talk about and there's always something going on. So I really hope you like it. And at the end of this video, please give thumbs up and share as much as you can. So this is a segment that is different from my regular videos. It's been a while, but we're just going to be talking about Black media, Black news, and anything that has to do with any updates, trends, or just scandalous things that are happening, but not really. So a little background. So I chose this topic because, anybody can talk about popular media and make a blog about it, but to have it very well defined to a certain genre or a certain audience is usually the best, because then you can be specific and talk about that for a while. And also because I want to cater to my audience and new audiences too that don't know so much about a certain topic and really talk about it. And I also love technology because it is the future, whether baby boomers and Gen Ys and Gen X don't really want to accept that. It really is, and the more we embrace it, the more we can figure out where we're going in the future and where we are now. So that's just a little bit of background. So I'll just start off by saying the first trending topic, which is Cardi B. Cardi B was just on the cover of the New York Magazine a couple days ago, and I'm very, very, very excited. Well, just thinking about Cardi B and her upbringing is just crazy. So Cardi B, young female hip-hop rapper. She's part Dominican, part Trinidadian, so you already know that's a big plus to all the Caribbean people out there. And, she was always a hustler. She started off on Love and Hip Hop as an ex-stripper, and her just her gradual mobility into the game has been phenomenal. Because there's a lot of people, well, not a lot, but there's other rappers or artists who I can name were strippers. EVE or Eve being one of them, K Michelle. They all been part of that go-go dancing and stripper life before, but then wanted to make more out of themselves and pursued music just because, music gives you the ability to actually express what you're feeling or you're doing rather than just dancing to it. And so when I first heard about Cardi B, I really wasn't too keen. She really got my attention from Instagram and Facebook with her outlandish posts and vines. It was just interesting to see those. So I don't really care for people who are so loud and out there, but obviously thousands of people really enjoyed that and they kept watching her. So occasionally she would come up on my timeline and I would listen, but I would usually laugh because she was talking a lot. So it was interesting to see that. But then as the years progressed, I've followed her on Pandora and Spotify, listening to her other singles, Lick, Fleek, What a Girl Likes, And those separately from, of course, the top charting song, Bodak Yellow, those were really good songs because it still has a very powerful, very impactful message. And because I also kind of know that she grew up or knew cash flow. If you guys don't know who Cash Flow is, he's like a Facebook rapper. And he actually did he usually does his raps in his car, just kind of like off the bat with the instrumental in the background. So it was really nice and really cool. And so, yes, aside from that, I think Cardi B is doing beyond well than a lot of haters, talked about her for a couple years saying she'll never amount to anything, she'll never do anything. So, guys, if you got some haters, I'm just saying. Because, you never know what life will really throw at you, and it's always about your perspective. And I think Cardi B's perspective was intensely focused. Like she said, she was born to be famous. She was born to be somebody. She was born to get herself out there and put herself out there in the best regards. And so now looking at her with her development, gaining interviews with New York Magazine and different media outlets, and her being on VH1 has definitely pushed her through to becoming the famous person that she is, but also just her personality and how she carries herself. Yes, she's loud. Yes, she can be obnoxious sometimes, but that's just her personality, and it rocks well when she's performing, especially when she performed her Bodak Yellow. When she performed her Bodak Yellow song on the BET Hip Hop Awards that was back in October, yes. And she had the paint going on and she was really into it, and that was the moment that I was saying this is going to be something. She is going to be something. And just seeing her flourishing and seeing her love life really popping, I know there's some girls out here who are hating, but they're hating for the wrong reasons. They should be inspired, because it's been a very long time since we've seen, well, not a very long time, but having that story of from an ex-stripper to businesswoman to an artist, those are one of those stories that should inspire you to go out there and do your own dreams and pursue your own dreams, because you never know. And I think the only other artist that I can think of off the top of my head that was even given a Grammy or given any recognition like that was Lauryn Hill back in the 90s. And obviously there's Nicki Minaj. And so there's been talks about Nicki Minaj and kind of disowning her for being a rapper. But obviously the new song Motorsport definitely squashed those allegations out of there. Just to say, like, yeah, we're in the same field, but we're not hating on each other. We're trying to uplift each other and trying to get each other motivated to become the best rapper, artist, or famous rapper that there is out there. So I very much enjoyed that, and I very much hope that Cardi B keeps popping out those top 100 number one Billboard hits, because that's how you stay on top. So I just want to relinquish a proud moment for that in Black music, or trending things for music artists and stuff like that. So on another topic, so in terms of Black news, this just happened very recently, but Jesse Jackson was administered to the hospital, and for about 2 years now he's been dealing with Parkinson's disease, and he's saying he wants to treat it and go to physical therapy in order to treat it. And Parkinson's disease is a disease that definitely debilitates your movements and just your shakiness in the hands or the head. It's uncontrollable movements basically that can basically and slowly lead to death. So his proactivism about this disease and activism is greatly thanked by those who are dealing with this or know people who are dealing with this. And it just goes to show you really do have to always take care of your health and make it a priority, because you only got one body. And in other news, so there's a very, very great social movement for Black women called Girl Trek. And it's a movement that basically helps to give back to the community of Black people. It's run by, I don't know this, but it's basically run by T. Morgan Dixon and Vanessa Garrison, and they both are the CEO and the COO of Girl Trek. It's just wanting to inspire people to get out there and to get moving and to get going and think about their health and think about the communities and how they can give back. So far, there's over 100,000 people who have committed to the plan of giving back and doing walking. Walking is, we walk everywhere, but actively walking to pursue health is something that maybe Black people don't always think about. And so they're putting this out there to talk about health and to talk about things besides maybe, just exercising or running. Doing with a community of Black women who care about their health is a positive impact. And I know that they are wanting to do a Thanksgiving 5K after Thanksgiving just to show, like, yes, we are doing this, we are here, and we're inspiring people to just have great self-care practices. We hear self-care here and there, but we don't really think about it, or we don't really know about it. But I definitely believe there should be way more movements and way more proactivism in terms of health and activism in terms of self-care amongst Black people and Black communities. We all know Michelle Obama, when her husband was in office, she was encouraging health movements for young people and young children to do that. But we should also encourage adults. It is hard. Getting up in the morning is tiring. Nobody wants to do it. But if it's for the long term, to know that in the long term you will be healthy, you won't have to suffer as many ailments in the future, it is a very, very healthy investment. So those are just some popular Black news and media personas that I just wanted to talk about. So lastly, Forbes just put out their 30 under 30 hashtag 30 under 30 just to talk about people who are really making a big impact and a big change for different types of industries and fields, including science, consumer technology, business, finance, healthcare, and so on and so forth. So I focused on a couple of people I'm just going to touch on a little bit. So I love Amandla Stenberg, mostly because she is just 19, but she's moving and grooving like she is 30, and she's doing so much. She just played an extremely important role in the Everything is Everything, or Everything Everything, movie that just came out, and from the reviews, she did an amazing job because she did a role where not many Black women or young Black women are doing, which is very diverse roles for women of color. It's not just the sad and distraught and angry Black women, and it's not just the always comedic, always laughing Black women. It's the stories that are there but are very they're not very apparent, basically, in mainstream films and media. So she was nominated for that. Also, another big star is Kofi Siriboe. And if you don't know who Kofi Siriboe is, he was the man, the Salt Bae of the Girls Trip movie that just came out. He also was in Awkward. He played a very small role in Awkward when it came out on MTV. So he's been doing a lot of things, and he's actually the son of two Ghanaian immigrants, and he just strives to, be the best man he can be and pursue more of these roles, and we're all rooting for him. At least I am. And he's just out there doing his thing. And again, he's won this award as well. Now, for some other important people who aren't big celebs, but they are making a huge impact in my mind, would include a woman by the name of Mara Liddy. She is the business person of, she's the business person of Shine Text to be specific. And Shine Text is basically a service that texts you self-care practices and articles that basically uplifts your spirits if you're having a really down day. And she said this because she wanted to see more self-practice and joys for people overall. And so I thought that was great. And her services have been recommended by top organizations like Pop Sugar. So they're really pushing that out to say, like, hey, these services are out there, and there are people of all colors and races and ages who are doing this. And so those are just a few tidbits of Black media. So now switching to technology. Well, technology is ever so expanding, and the biggest thing I keep seeing is Sophie or Sophia. She is now the registered robot that is a part of our society now. She basically is a legal citizen, but she is a robot as well. I cannot wrap my mind around that because there are so many other human citizens or humans who are waiting for citizenry into the US or anywhere else. But again, I mean, have y'all not seen iRobot? I mean, do you guys know what robots can do to us? Like, they're way more intelligent, but obviously that's just sci-fi stuff. I mean, I think it's a great investment and a great opportunity for us to have a robot that has feelings, that can analyze, but also sensitize things. It's kind of surreal to me, and it's not the first one. I've actually seen another human-like robot when I went to a Japanese festival when I was younger, and it just shocked me, and I knew from that, I was like, this is probably where the world's gonna go. And several years later, yes, this is happening. So, I mean, and there's so many other different technological aspects coming out, very small artificial intelligence, I guess drones are coming out now, and I've been seeing that through TED Talks and through just Facebook trends. So, well, I hope you really like my blog, and I hope you really come back. And I just wanted to clarify, all those fun things, and be on the lookout for my next blog that will be posted same time, around this time. And can't tell you what we're going to be talking about because I want you guys to come, but I know you guys will come. So again, thank you. Please share, like, tweet, Facebook it, snap it, everything. And thanks for watching. So please let your friends know, and family know, and people you don't even like know, because I'm here. So, and also please leave any comments or concerns about what you guys want me to talk about. I definitely want to stay within this realm of Black media, or just minorities doing media or entertainment in Hollywood and technology. So just keep that in mind. But I can always insert other things that may be relevant or of interest to some other audience viewers. So peace and love.
Deja got that fire. I'm jumping through the obstacles, I made it through the wire. Deja got that fire. Someone call the ambulance on the wire. Deja got that fire. I'm jumping through the obstacles, I made it through